Today we're at Criminal Justice Inspection Northern Ireland, commonly known as CJI. We're going to find out a little bit more about the organisation, what it does, and also about the people who work here. Hopefully they're actually here today and not out in fieldwork or working remotely. Hey Linda, how's it going?
Good morning and welcome to Criminal Justice Inspection.
Thanks very much for having us. Maybe you'd be good enough to tell us, how long have you actually worked here?
I've been here 18 years.
And is that a good experience for you?
It has been, yes.
So if I was to ask you to describe it in 3 words, what would you say?
It's been challenging, interesting and varied.
Are you the only person here today, or is there anybody
No,
else
there's
about?
quite a few of the staff in today. They're just down in their offices.
Thanks very much. We'll catch up with them then. So, I don't know, nobody about here. We'll have to maybe try the kitchen first. You usually find somebody in a kitchen. Ah, Rachel, how's it going?
All right, good, thank you.
So you're making a bit of coffee. Is it good round here?
It is when we make the proper stuff, yeah.
Would you tolerate anything less?
No, absolutely not. None of your instant rubbish.
Tell us, how many inspections have you been involved in since joining CJI?
Well, I've been here a long time, so it's probably about 45 inspections and then about 9 or 10 follow-up reviews that I have either led or been the deputy on, and then probably a whole host of others where I've helped out as part of the team.
What would you say was one of the most challenging ones you've undertaken?
Well, recently I led on the first review of the Domestic Abuse and Civil Proceedings Act, which was the first time we'd been asked to review the Act itself.
And do you think it was worth doing that piece of work?
It was. I mean, it was difficult because it was the first time we've looked at a specific piece of legislation and it was new and everyone was getting to grips with how to implement it. And we were also getting to grips with how to develop a methodology. But I think it was definitely worth it because we've helped the organisations see what they need to improve and ultimately help outcomes for the victims of domestic abuse.
Were you pleased with the result then?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the organisations have all developed an action plan to work on it and we'll be coming back to review the progress of that.
Where might I find some of the rest of the team round here?
I think there's a couple in the conference room.
Okay, have a look for them there. Thanks very much. Enjoy your coffee. Off to the conference room. Hopefully they're not too busy and they can spare a few minutes to chat with us. Hey girls, how's it going today? Yeah, you both keeping well?
Oh, good.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but I'm hoping you'd tolerate a few questions from me. Roisin, first of all, can I ask you, what's it like to have an inspection published?
Well, it's a relief. There's a lot of people contribute to our inspection, so it's really good to get them out there.
And what would you say to someone to encourage them to have a look at some of the inspections?
Well, there is our inspection report. It's very detailed and we'll have all of the recommendations and findings contained within that. But you can engage with our reports in other ways. So there's social media, there's infographics, key facts. Usually there's a video and oftentimes there's a podcast.
Marilyn, can I ask you, why do you think, as an inspector, that the work's important?
Well, inspecting criminal justice organisations helps ensure that they are delivering effective services. And also that they have good governance and strategic planning. Sometimes if areas of concern are raised with us, by inspecting these organisations, we can identify if those concerns exist and, when appropriate, make recommendations to secure improvement.
Do you think that over the last 20 years, CJI has actually made a difference and contributed to delivering improvement and a better justice system for all?
Well, actually, it's funny you should ask. Last week, we were in with an organisation we had previously inspected, and they were able to tell us all the changes that they had implemented around the process and their governance. And we know from speaking to other organisations that the changes that they have introduced following our inspection gave the organisations the assurance that had been lacking prior to us having carried out our inspection.
Thanks very much for your time. Do you know where some of the rest of the team are today?
Yes, they're up in the inspection office.
Okay, we'll see who we can find there. Thanks for your time. Bye. So off to the inspector's office. I wonder who we're going to find in there. David and Claire. How are you guys doing today? You good?
Good, thanks, yes.
Glad to hear it. David, can I ask you a couple of questions? What's the most challenging part of your job?
Oh, challenging. I would say an expectation that we're experts across all areas of the criminal justice system. That can be quite challenging, but we tend to cope.
Claire, what about you? What's the most rewarding part of your job?
Oh, rewarding. I'd say that's a toss-up between all the home baked goods or probably working with David.
Would you like to have this opportunity to ask something of David you've never asked him before?
Oh, that's dangerous. What's your favourite baked good?
Good question. There's only one answer though, and that's Rachel's lemon drizzle cake. It's the best. But I don't think you've ever had any. Being the news inspector, what's it like being the news inspector?
Yeah, it's been great. I haven't had any cake. I'm just finding out about this, but yeah, but it's good. Everyone's really kind, really helpful, so settled and well.
Glad to hear it.
Thanks.
Thanks for your time. Speak to you later. Bye. So, that must take us down round nearly everybody. Oh, there's James. How's it going, James?
I'm doing well.
Good. What's the best thing about the office?
Well, it has to be our people. We are a small group of inspectors and business support staff, many of whom you've met. And we have a great culture of teamwork here in CJI.
As the Deputy Chief Inspector, what are the challenges facing CJI at the moment?
The biggest challenge is definitely the continuous budget cuts, because it's impacting on how we inspect and what we inspect. And because of this, we may not be able to do a prison inspection next year. And I also know that it impacts on the capacity of the criminal justice system to deliver our recommendations.
You've been here since the beginning of the organisation. How does it feel to see CJI reach its 20-year milestone?
I'm really proud of what we have achieved. I'm proud of how we have raised awareness of how the criminal justice system operates. And I'm proud in terms of how we have enabled change to deliver continuous improvement across the justice system.
Jackie, just the person we were looking for. How's it going today?
Good, Melanie. What are you making us do today?
A wee bit more video work, a wee bit more stuff for social media, just to keep us relevant and in touch with our listeners and followers. Tell us, in your time as Chief Inspector, what are you most proud of?
I'm really proud of the wide variety of independent inspections that we've been able to do right across the criminal justice system. And I'm really proud of the team we have here. There's a real diversity of skills. And for a small team, I think we produce a number of interesting reports that are relevant to the criminal justice organisations and to the public and wider stakeholders.
As we mark the 20-year anniversary of CJI, what are your hopes for the future of the organisation?
Well, I hope CJI stays as relevant as it is today, and I hope we're able to focus more on providing assurance rather than making recommendations, and that will show that organisations have taken action on the recommendations. So I think CJI is going to have a really healthy future in improving the criminal justice system in the future.
Thanks for your time, Jackie. We'll see you later. So that's us. A whistle-stop tour around CJI and pretty much everybody in the organisation that you've met. So let's finish this up, head out to the sunshine, because I think Isabel, who's been behind the camera, really deserves a coffee.
I think so.